Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing all right today. I got a little more work done on that kitty house. I almost went out and took a picture, but I have a few more things to do and then I'll be ready to show everybody. I didn't get the ramps built like I wanted to. I ran out of lumber, but that's okay. Like today we were throwing out some of our furniture because we're going to be working on the floors in our living room. So I took out a glider rocker and an ottoman that I had and a quilt and a couple of other things and a couple of rugs and different things for them, and they were so happy. They just loved it. And like I say, I've got one chest that used to be an old dresser of Doug's, but I've got the whole bottom filled with insulation, and then the top I've got straw in there and old shirt of mine for my kitty to lay on, and then a flap, and then on top I've got my old horse blanket and a little pillow that belonged to my dog. Just things that I'm not going to use anymore that I incorporated into their home, and lots of kitty toys my cat doesn't play with. Well, he does a few things, but ones that belong to my kitty that's gone. So, well, gone. She died. Yeah, she's gone. But anyway, so yeah, I was busy doing that for a while today and then came in and had a lot of cleaning up to do after getting stuff out of here. So, um, yeah, it's, oh, I'm just dusting off my hair tie. It fell down in the dust. I have to dust my little desk here. Did everything else but yeah, anyway. So, anybody else hate to dust? I really do. I mean, I do it, but I mean, I dust like my TV and everything every day, but um, other things I'll leave like whenever, you know, whenever it looks pretty bad, then I do it. I used to do it like I'd mop and clean and all that all in one day, and it's like I can't do that no more. Not like that. So, yeah. Doug came in early. I hadn't made my video yet. I was still rolling our cigarettes, and but I told him I was making fish tonight and I knew he'd be in early. And he says, "Well, I can go back out." And I go, "No, go ahead and take your shower." I said, "I'll just close my door so I don't get interrupted." And he says, "Well, I can go back out so you can make your commercial," he says to me. I said, "You mean my video?" But it was funny. He called it a commercial. I hate to interrupt your programming, but I'm here to talk about mind control today. Just a minute. That was funny. But he did go back out. He's got a piece of metal, a panel that he's putting on a truck of ours, and it's a Dodge, and the metal that he's using just happens to come off of an old Dodge. And he put it in the tractor bucket, and he was going to take it back on the property and set it where some other stuff under some trees that he's got, like metal type stuff for scrap. And he just happened to need it, and it's off the same gauge metal, probably from the same factory in the same era of metal. Then real quick, I was listening to Hamish over at the High Frequency Tribe, and he was talking about people that drive these old vehicles around and how bad they are for the environment and everything. And I'm thinking, we have a 1937 truck hot rod that is so light, it probably gets way better gas mileage than most economy cars. Same with like a Volkswagen or different things that we have. It's like, yeah, not always. Depends. And like we had this 48 Anglia. a English Ford. It was a gas or a hot rod with roll bar and stuff. That's what like our Volkswagen is like that with the roll bar, all custom paint and everything. One first of show for custom foreign car at the World of Wheels, first place. So it's like a really rare car with documentation of all everything that was done to it. It's really cool. It's like yellow with white, and it's the pinstriping you can't see unless you're really, really up close, but it's got like little teeny stars in it. It looks like flames, but it's actually stars, so it looks more like the galaxy when you get up close to it. It's really beautiful. So I just kind of had to laugh. I didn't say nothing. I could have, wrote something like, you really don't know what you're talking about, but that's okay. Carry on, But I had enough of that yesterday. It's like I even told that one woman I was talking about yesterday. I went over there and I told her if you would forgive me for coming off so strong, as far as uh, I could have told her what God had to say about thou shalt not kill, but I told her instead, if you don't know by now, because she's like approximately my age, you know, well, she didn't accept my apology. So it's like, oof, I had to really just take the good with the bad on that one. It's like, okay, I know she's probably a sweet lady, but she's acting like a bee to me. And maybe she's prejudiced. I don't know, because I got like pictures of my family members are dark skinned and stuff on my page over on YouTube. It's like, you never know. Really, you never know. And she became a friend of mine through a friend. And why keep me as a friend if you don't like me? Well, I snoozed from her for 30 days, so I don't have to sit there and look at her shit and have my feelings hurt every time I see her posts. It's like, well, then I'm not going to see your posts. That solves that, But I don't have any hard feelings. That Satan wanted me to. He's man like hate that, you know. I'm like, nah, no. I planted the seeds of anti-war, and hopefully she'll gather them and plant them somewhere else. And that's the best I can do on that one. But that's what led me to my subject today about mind control. Everybody thinks that they're so strong minded that that could not happen to them. Here's a for instance. Have somebody eat something in front of you if you're hungry. I can fast for a long time, so it may not bother me as bad as some people. But if somebody, say, if I wanted, like right now, I've been craving cheese puffs or Cheetos, something like that. So if I saw a commercial or I saw something on YouTube that had Cheetos or cheese puffs, that would have a impact on my mind, you know. As a matter of fact, that might be why. No, it isn't. I've been thinking about them for about 3 months, so maybe one of these days I get in my moods for whatever I want, and then I'll try and wait for a really long time before I have that type of thing. So it's like I want a Hershey bar too, but I'm not going to, that type of thing. But that'd be like if I saw a Hershey commercial today, it'd be like, talk about mind control, you know? So but yeah, I have more to say on that. I'm looking for the words to be able to articulate it well. So people that really think that you can't be, I'm telling you, you can be. Um, it's persuasive. It's suggestive language, and the subliminal stuff that they have in the background of music or commercials or shows or different things. That's all real too. even the tone of the music that they've changed from um was it 4.7 hertz to or 4.3 to 4.7. They took what sounded pleasing to the ear and made it radical and more chaotic. The notes of the music, the tone of it, everything, you know. In fact, I know somebody, I can't name names because this guy, he's going through hell all by himself, but plays guitar and sings out of key, but he tunes his guitar to his voice and he sounds good. But if you have an ear for music and you tune your own guitar also, you know that it's not what somebody else would be doing. That type of thing. That's what music sounds like nowadays. So just a sec. When I was a kid, they tried to control me. I mean, I wasn't out of control. I was a good kid for the most part. I went a little wacky for a while, and they deserved everything they got and more. But they tried with their craft, their Masonic and Eastern Star, Jesuit, Shriner, all of it. They tried all these different tactics, magicians, uh, literally electronics, lights. Let's see what else they tried. Hypnotizing me. Um, a lot of people will wear jewelry. A lot of Masons will have like a lot of bling and different things for tricks, like trick or treat, you know. But it is true. If you see somebody like flashing their ring when they're talking, you know, indicating, okay, I have money, depending on the site of the ring. But also, there is an electronic power through those metals that can be used and conducted, and they do use it. And mind control is real. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have any armies. People are so brainwashed to think that any kind of war is acceptable. Yeah, I'm still on that. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Be like, okay, here's a for instance. This is no baloney either. I heard when I was a kid, if somebody hits you, um, you fight back and make sure you do it better. Don't come home crying to me, is what I heard. Well, I really didn't take that into consideration for a very long time in my life. And the couple times that I did, I got in trouble. Yeah. I had a boy pull my hair so hard. I chased him down and I was going to just pound him. I jumped on him and I was ready to smack him. And the playground attendant, teacher, whoever, caught me and I ended up at the principal's office. And I tried to explain to him that he hurt me first, but it didn't go over too well. But, and then I got in trouble at home too. But so it wasn't really something that I could do anything about, but I had that type of thing happen a lot. It's like groups of people jumping on me and stuff because I was taller than them and they thought I could just handle it. Yeah, it hurt, you know. So, anyway, um, mind control is real. They have so many different crafts and tactics that they use. It's really astounding to just to be aware that, and it isn't even just the Masons and their affiliates. It's like narcissism has gone mainstream as far as in the veins of almost everybody on the planet. You know, what type of person that considers themselves a Christian wouldn't accept an apology? You know, that's cold. It's like, and I shouldn't have really, by all rights, even went over there and said anything to her as far as uh how did I word it? I worded it like just a minute. Forgive me for coming off so rough, but I'm really passionate about no wars and not paying homage to people that would kill somebody. You know, she could have give it like even a wow or a care or something. But it's like, okay, lady, that's fine. If you can't make up your mind overnight whether you like somebody or not, then I don't like you, you know, and I don't like her. So I had to snooze from her for a while because, like I say, just seeing her posts every day would have pissed me off. And I don't need that somebody pushing my buttons on purpose. And I know it is. I can't prove it, but it is. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know. But yeah, um, her mind is definitely controlled. If it wasn't, she'd see my point of view. And I'm not saying everybody has to see my point of view or they're going to go to hell or whatever. I have no clue. Well, yeah, I do. It's pretty stupid. you know, like I say, I've said before, people that go in the military, I can understand the reasons for some of the people for doing that, but I can't understand the whole thing as a whole. And I just couldn't make myself do it. Even though I kind of had a longing to defend people, I had to find a different way to do it because that just wasn't the way to do it, you know. But then again, here's one: the United Nations in New York, they're building there. They have right by the sea, a lion with wings on it that they put up a statue. So watch out for when they say peace and safety, and then all chaos happens, because they're the people that, as far as coming together as the world and getting along, they are the so-called entity on this planet that are supposed to be doing that. Why are they putting up a lion with wings on it, a beast coming out of the sea? Hmm. That's a little curious. I thought it was weird. Another weird thing today I saw, and I have no idea why, and if I do, I can't really say so on here because there's people that want other people dead, and I can't prove it. None of us can. But the fact of the matter is, I saw 5-year olds with jackets sitting on 5-gallon buckets outside their school with a fence around them, sitting out there having lunch, and it's cold out. Even in Oregon, it was probably, even if it was 50 degrees, that's a little cold, especially for 5-year olds to be sitting out there having lunch. And I thought to myself, why? You know, I didn't really look into the article or anything. I saw it on a call for an uprising, the lion too. So if you want to see that for yourself, it's disturbing. Then more threats from Dr. F. What he's going to try and force, you know? I'm like, bring it on. Come right here to my house and try and make me. You know? I'm not threatening anybody. I'm being threatened. That brings another point to mind that and this has nothing to do even before I knew I had Native in me, and that wasn't until I was 34 years old. I asked my teacher in school, how could Columbus discover America if the Native Americans were already here? I said Indians at that point. Boy, did I get some hatred. But you know what? I think it would be an awful wonderful thing if the original people of this land, were the ones that were running it. Why not? People think that they're not intelligent. They got more money than we do. Do you know that? And the way they run their businesses with an iron fist. I was a dealer there first up in our local casino. You wouldn't believe how proficient, even in their personnel office, everything, um, paychecks, uniforms, everything. I mean, when you're dealing, yes, I was. I opened up the first table for the chief and his wife. It was a pretty big deal for me. It was cool, that they would pick me to do that. But I learned a lot about the native people, that they're really not stupid at all. Talk about business minded. If they can run all them casinos and take all the white people's money, their houses, their cars, their land, totally put them under, talk about karma. Whoa. Those are some business minded people. Don't remember the name of this one man that was running for president. Was a Native American guy, last go around. But I really would like to see that. I think they deserve that. I mean, that'd be like somebody from Africa going into England, taking over their country, filling their parliament with all black faces, and saying, this is our country now, and we're going to run it the way we want to. That's exactly what happened here in America, from South America all the way up to Alaska and beyond, you know. So it's only fair, and it's really only right. I think the red man, that whole White House should be filled with nothing but red skinned people, you know. Just my opinion. I don't care what anybody thinks. I feel that way because they are smart and they do care about other people. Do you know that there's 6 people right now that were fighting against the pipeline that have broke by our water system that goes into everybody's water all the way from the Missouri River into the Mississippi, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, that are still in jail with no representation. And it's been over 3 years now. And then people are still sitting in jail for protesting on their own land. Get that? That's a fact. It's not hearsay. This is true. Look it up. Native Americans jailed for protesting against a pipeline. You know? I'm not against oil drilling, but there are other ways to transport it besides the pipeline. And our so-called leader in this country's got that shut down pretty tight nowadays, and the price of oil's up and there's no shortage. People think there's a shortage because it's made out of dinosaurs. No, it's made out of peat moss, like our swamps around Minnesota here. Right under there, right under all that peat moss is nothing but oil deposits. That's what makes it, is the vegetation that turns into oil. And it's just like the rain, it's replenishable. It's there, it's always there. The plants die, they decay, and they make the oil. This from thousands and millions of years ago, but it's still there. And all the way from Minnesota, all the way to the West Coast, all the way from Canada down to South America, there's oil deposit. Great fields. The Williston Basin oil field is one of the biggest, if not the biggest one in the world. They can talk about Saudi Arabia, but if you go around, look up Bracken oil field or the Williston Basin and check out how far and how deep that oil reservoir is. It's underwater or underground ocean of oil, always replenished. There's so many oil pumps out there that are capped off, sealed off. They're just sitting there. Everything I worked out there, I know everything I'm saying is the truth. My son worked there, my ex worked there, and I lived around it. I know just what I'm talking about, and I'm telling you the truth. I mean, our government, they lie. Duh. You know, and all this is such a scam. I can't speak about health. I can't speak about the liars wanting other people, total genocide, and what's going to happen. Here's another thing, and I saw a meme on this, so true. Just a moment. I'll light one more smoke. I have it with you, and want one? Peace. Me smoking peace pipe. Yeah, later. Um, what a bunch of liars. I can barely even stand it. Uh, yeah, I'll get back on that in a minute. Second. Wherever I was going with it. Yeah, I got lost with my little joke there. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back in a moment. One of my commercials. Yeah. How thoroughly disgusting this world has become, or always has been, with the forceful ones on it, you know, taking advantage of people. Geez, what was I saying? Okay, I was talking about the oil field. I was talking about replenishing because it's always there. Um, and health. Hmm. Oh, yeah, okay. It'll probably come to me. I'll think of something else. It doesn't matter. I'll just shoot the breeze with you. But wow. Is it old age or is it tired? Yeah, is it live or is it Memorex? Do you remember that commercial? Might be too. I have an itch on my foot. I'm gonna put some of my lotion on it. Just bear with me. Yeah, I'm a little too real for some people. There you go. That's me. Um, yeah. How many people would sit there and just itch you know, and not do anything about it. It's like if my nose itched, watch them do that. Like put that for my picture, you know. that that's okay. Whatever they want to do, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, it's just mind blowing, you know. Everything. God, now I can't even think of what I was talking about. Health. I can't talk about that. Oh, I can't talk about being bullied by these people that are threatening everybody. Gee, what else can I talk about? Uh, Mind control. Oh, somebody must be controlling my mind right now. Satan, get out of here. Sick of you. Nah. He's not here. Anyway, yeah, what a bunch of baloney going on, huh? Every day it's always going to be something with these people, you know. I'm just waiting for their fake war and their fake aliens and everything else they're going to do, you know. Just my opinion. I can't prove a thing, you know, whatever. you know, just talking to my friends. Wow. Isn't it crazy that, I mean, everything. I don't know. Pick the craziest thing that's going on. Can you? I don't know. It's really a toss up. Oh, that's exactly, now I got it. The craziest thing that's going on. What this health stuff's probably going to lead to with the coming generations. My fear, not mentioning any magic potions or anything like they've done in the past, trying to say that autism is genetic. Mm, really? I have two step grandsons with autism. They're highly functioning young men. Well, one's autistic, one's kind of somewhat with other problems, but some people kind of connect that and equate that to um, magic potions. Genetics has nothing to do with it, is what I'm saying. But they're trying to pass it off like it does, and it is. When the statistics show that, like 20 years ago, 30% of the children had that, where back in the 50s it was like maybe 3% of the people, you know, really that vast. And they think by like 2050 that 70% of the people will be like, if not autism, borderline. You know, it was some crazy numbers like that. You know, I was reading it a few months ago here. It's like, wow. And I believe it. I really do, because I've seen it with my own eyes working with handicapped kids. So it's like, wow, you know. So that's speaking from experience, what the dangers of things that we don't really know what's going to happen in the future. Oh, experiments. Oh, how I'd like to experiment on the people that are experimenting on people. More like give them a lobotomy. Maybe if we gave them a lobotomy on the right side of their head, the left one would start working. Maybe. I know people that literally generations beat down their own kids in a certain spot in their head to make their compassion go away. They literally injure them on purpose. Seen it with my own eyes. So, yeah, dude got a broken bone for doing that. Ah, oh well. I wasn't protecting myself, but I was protecting my child. Well, and myself eventually after I kicked him in the sink and tried to choke his ass. Yeah, I think he probably wanted me dead after that. But I just waited till he fell asleep and then I broke his leg and threw him out. So yeah, nobody hurts my kids and gets away with it. And I still feel like that. My kids are suffering and I'm not too happy about it. And the friends of mine that don't say a word and I know what you're going through, I really do. I feel you. I know. I don't think it's too funny. And if you have spouses and I feel you there too, I'm not too fucking happy with none of it. What you have to go through. So just thought I'd voice my opinion on that tonight. So well, I love you all. I'm gonna let you go. I'm glad I thought about that autism thing. It would have bugged me if I hadn't remembered it. But when you do get older, it is like a computer. It's like almost having to open up another program to access what you tucked behind. It's kind of like that. It's not that. I don't, maybe dementia, maybe people get that. I think a lot has to do with malnutrition and alcohol abuse and drug abuse and that type of thing because people have been doing drugs for many generations and having children that have abnormalities because of that. And yeah, I was made when my parents were drinking. I asked my mom, "Were you smoking dope too? Smoking pot?" She didn't. She didn't remember. I said, "Oh, okay." Right. Well, she said she forgot my birthday sometimes too, so it's like, yeah, I bet you did. I forgot yours too, August 1st. Anyway, yeah. Well, everybody, I'm going to let you go. I love you and thank you for joining me. And Cindy, look, it's getting there. I had it one time. Well, it was past my waist about 4 inches. And then I got sick and it all started snarling up and got really bad from my allergies and all the infection and it started falling out and I had to cut it and then I shaved my head. I just went bald for about 2 years. Um, Wait, maybe I was gonna pull up, I had some pictures I was gonna show you. Maybe I'll take a second. Yeah, okay. Here, maybe I can show you. This is, oh, these are stuck together. Well, that's me and Lady and Buddy. Buddy was Newfoundland Great Dane. Lady's was Basset and Jack Russell. Um, there's me again too, but they're stuck together. Okay, and Lady and Buddy. Um, Let me see if I got a better one here. Oh, there's Doug and Lady. There's my lady. This will show you the difference of the size of the dogs. He was actually literally scared of her, and she was a little crazy anyway. Here's my Bathsheba and some of her babies before I got her fixed. Okay, see if I can find a bald one. This is Abby. This is that she's was she see the lump on her head? That was the disease that the King Charles Cavalier get. And Doug brought her home because they were going to put her to death. So I took care of her before that happened. Oh, more chibi babies on a kitty blanket. Chibi babies. Okay, here's one with me with no hair, practically no hair. Me and Dusty, I didn't have any hair, so I had a bandana on. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really have any more. That's about it. I thought I have one, I don't know where it is, where I'm like super, super bald. I'll dig it up. I thought it was in this batch and I had pulled them out the other day and I was going to show you. So that's me with no hair and it was heartbreaking. It was so hard to shave my head, but I had to. I couldn't even comb it. It was horrible. So I'm another miracle. Really, if you knew how sick I was with that operation on my nose and a stroke and being gassed from our pipes in my house, and that's what brought